My name is Kim and welcome to Dragonfly Creative. Today I'm going to take you through how to create a set of mala beads. So if you're watching this video, you would have received one of our little kits. So we're going to do a half mala today, but there's no difference between the half and the full mala, only that one is longer. And in your kit you would have received, for a half mala, 54 beads. And a full mala is 108 beads. However, I have added in an extra wooden bead and an extra crystal bead for you, just in case any go missing. So you might want to just pull those out and pop those aside for now. As well as a mountain bead, also known as a guru bead or a meru bead, and that one would be a little bit bigger. That's your half mala there, and that's the mountain bead there. So you might want to pull that out and set that aside as well. So we're going to take you through how to start off the knotting technique and then how to finish off with your tassel. So let's get started. So here we have everything that you need that would have come in your kits. So we have our tassel, our tweezers, our cord, a little needle with thread already on it, a charm. I like to put my beads into a little basket just to contain them whilst I'm working with them. And then of course, as I mentioned before, I've separated out one wooden bead, one crystal bead, because they were extras, and the meru or mountain bead. So we're just going to pop these to the side because we don't need these just now. Okay. Now what we want to do first of all is take our cord, and I double my cord. But it's entirely up to you. If you want to use a single cord, you'll get a finer knot, but it won't be quite as firm. And some people prefer that. The doubled up cord will give you a bit of a stiffer mala, but over time it will definitely soften. Okay, so I just want you to thread your little piece of cotton over the end. Now, if you're just using a single cord, then you just need to thread it part way, but then if you're doubling, you just keep pulling it down until you've gone halfway down your thread, like so. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go all the way down to the other end, and about 20 centimeters along we're going to tie off a little knot. Okay, make sure that's nice and firm. Then we're going to take our other end with our needle, and we are going to start with a crystal bead. So pop that on there and push it all the way down to your knot. Okay, now what we want to do here is, I'm going to take our tweezers. We are going to tie a knot, but right up against this bead. So push your bead through to make the knot, but instead of pulling it tight, I want you to pop your tweezers through the hole of the knot and grab hold of the cord right up against the bead, as you can see there, and then pull it down tight. So your tweezers are actually caught in the knot. Pull them out, push your tweezers up against the knot and pull that tight. Okay, so that your knot is tightened right up against that bead, like so. Okay, you're going to take your needle again and do another crystal bead all the way down to the knot. All the way down to the knot. Tie another knot, push those beads through, leave it slightly open so that you can get your tweezer into the hole and hold it right down against there and pull. Then take it out, hold it up against the knot and tighten it up. And there you go. Got your second one there. Now, what I like to do is to To make it a little bit quicker, and it's up to you, I'm going to thread all my beads on and then knot in between them. Okay, so I'll go halfway for starters. So we've got 2 crystal beads here. We need 4 crystal beads, as you'll see in your instructions. 4 crystal beads, 1 wooden bead, 4 crystal beads. So we're going to do, we've already got 2 there, so we're going to go 3 and 4 crystal, and then 1 wooden bead, and then 4 more crystal beads, okay, you can push all those down to your knot if you like, or actually not all the way, we'll just hold them back a little bit. And then after that, we're going to do 17 wooden beads, and then 1 crystal bead, and then that will be at our halfway point. Okay, so at that point, we should have 27 beads. Sorry, 27 is half of 54. So we've got 27 beads on there. So we're going to push the next one down to the knot. We're going to tie another knot through there. Pop our tweezers through. Hang on to the end. Pull that down nice and tight. Pull the tweezers out. Push it down. And then pull along the next one. And so on until we get to the end. Now once you're at this spot, that's the halfway mark, so we're going to just repeat what we've done there down to the other side. Okay, so there we have it. We've got 54 beads knotted end to end. Now we're going to take our 2 knots at the bottom, put those together. We're going to tie another knot to keep it all together. There you have it. So that's the easy part. Now, I find it's not difficult, it's just fiddly. The fiddliest part is attaching these last bits. So let's get started with that. Firstly, we're just going to snip off a little needle. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these longer cords here and fold it back up over the knot that we've got there. We're going to take the other end here, okay, and we're going to fold this around underneath that knot, up to the bottom bead and then back down again. Managing to keep that loop there the whole time. So we're going to go around the loop essentially. And we're going to pop that now, that bit through. I might just use my tweezers, that bit through the loop. Okay. And take the piece out the bottom and pull it through. So as you're pulling, you'll notice your loop goes back down into what you've just created. And there you go. There we go. So I've just pulled that down. Now you might find that you still have a little bit of loop sticking up at the top. That's okay, you can cut that off because that's pretty secure in there now. Okay. And now we're going to take these two at the bottom and thread them through our meru or mountain bead. Pop both of those through. And then we are going to attach our tassel. Now what we're going to do when we've finished, to attach our charm, we're going to take one of these, just a piece out of the tassel to use to tie it on. So I've got a couple that are kind of sticking out here a bit wonky. So I'm just going to use one of those. So I'm going to just pull that, give that a bit of a tug, and that will come out. And put that aside to use with my charm later on. Now you'll find you've got a little loop at the top of your tassel. I've just snipped my loop there because I'm going to, first of all, going to take these two at the bottom of my meru bead and I'm going to knot them around that loop. I'm just going to tie a knot. Now this is going to be the back, so if you've got a bit of your tassel that you would prefer to be at the back, then just move that around now whilst you're knotting, so you've got the back towards you. And we just want to do a double knot. And then I'm going to take these two and I'm going to thread them back up through that mountain bead. So you might just want to take that little piece of cotton that you just snipped off and reattach it. Okay, so you might just need to tie a little knot at the end of that again. Okay. And then you can just take these bits up one at a time. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, that just came undone. Sorry, as I say, it's a little bit fiddly. So we're going to pop that back up inside your mountain bead. That's one. Okay. And then the second one. Pop that back up inside your mountain bead. This one will be a bit more difficult because there's getting to be a lot of cords in there. There you go. Now that's really nicely tied up there. I might even just tie off a little knot there before I snip those off, just to be sure they're not going anywhere. There we go. Cut those off. Okay. Now, the final part, so that's the back. I'm going to turn that over. And then the final part is we are just going to use this little one here that we took out of the tassel, fold it in half and pop that end in through the hole of your charm. Okay, open that up like so and pass the other two through, and that will form what is called a lark's head knot. Okay, looks like that. It is a lark's head knot. Okay, then we're going to split those in half and lay that on top of your tassel around the cotton that is holding your tassel together, and we are going to take that around to the other side, holding down that loop from your tassel because we're going to catch that in there as well. Fold it over at the other side, wrap it round so that it comes back to the front. And then you might even want to loop that through your charm again. That's what I'm going to do. And the other side through this side of the charm. Might even help to use your tweezers. And then open that out and tie it back around the other side again. And even turn it over at this point, so we'll tie it off at the back. So just make sure that you've got your loop from your tassel pointing downwards and getting caught up in this tying off. And do a triple knot just to be sure that that's all tied off. And then if you want to just take your needle and thread those bits back down into there, that'll just be a nice finish off for you. There you have it. That's our little half mullet. Now, as I say, because that's double knotted, it's quite stiff at the moment, but it makes it very stable, and with time and with use, that'll soften up for you. And there you go. your half mala. Beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I've inspired you to go out and make yourself all sorts of different malas with some beautiful different crystals and start your very own mala practice. Good luck with that. Thanks so much for watching.